So technopreneurship and diversity, no? Encouraging diversity in the tech industry, inclusivity, and opportunities for underrepresented groups. So encouraging diversity in the tech industry, no? So basically, it actively encourages, no? And recognizes that diverse perspectives foster creativity and innovation. Efforts to create inclusive environment promote gender, ethnic, and cultural diversity, contributing to a richer and more dynamic technopreneurial landscape. Sabihin nito, ang concern dito is dapat ah, there is no discrimination of for example of race. That's why you have to promote gender equality, ethnic and cultural diversity. Kasi iba't ibang perspective, it could help you promote or grow your technopreneurial landscape. So that's the importance of diversity in technopreneurship. Second one is inclusivity and technological innovation. Embracing inclusivity in technological innovation involves ensuring that the benefits of technological advancements are accessible and applicable to a wide range of population. So hindi ibig sabihin itong product mo to is for this kind of people lang, for this kind of gender lang, for this kind of race lang. No? By prioritizing inclusivity, technopreneurs can create solutions that addresses the needs of diverse communities. Tama. Kasi pwede naman pala yung development mo or yung product mo address the challenges of this kind of community and the other community as well. So there should be a way to utilize your business by the whole community. Okay? So by prioritizing inclusivity, technopreneurs can create solutions that address the needs of diverse communities, fostering positive social impact and sustainable growth. Okay. The third one is opportunities for underrepresented groups. Creating opportunities for underrepresented groups in technopreneurship is essential for breaking down barriers and fostering a more equitable industry. Initiatives that support access to education, mentorship programs, and networking opportunities can empower individuals from underrepresented backgrounds to participate and excel in technopreneurial ecosystem. So, there should be always an opportunity for the non-represented groups to access these technologies and innovation, because this could empower them or these individuals to participate, no, and excel in technopreneurial system. So malay mo, ba? Ito pang groups na to could help your venture to grow, di ba? That's why you should always give them the opportunity to represent in your venture. Okay, so that's technopreneurship and diversity, encouraging diversity in the tech industry, inclusivity, and opportunities for underrepresented groups. So technopreneurship and ethics, there should be always, no, responsible innovation. There should be always ethical considerations in technology development and balancing innovation with societal impact. Now, technopreneurs are called to practice responsible innovation, considering the ethical implications of their technological advancement. This involves anticipating and addressing potential societal impacts, ensuring that innovations align with ethical standards, and contributing to the greater good. So, pagka nag-develop ka ng product, dapat acceptable ito sa tao or sa community. You should be responsible or should be responsible in your products, in your innovations. Hindi pwedeng bara-bara ka lang nagde-develop ng program, bara-bara ka nag-innovate. This should be acceptable and accepted in the community standard norm. Okay? Second one is ethical considerations. The ethical considerations in technology development involve making conscious choices to prioritize the well-being of users, communities, and the environment. This includes transparency in data usage, privacy protection, ethical considerations in areas such as artificial intelligence and biotech. So when we say ethical considerations, ang binigyan example sa atin is yung data privacy or data protection. Kasi lahat naman ng gumagamit ng software or ng venture or ng product mo, They have personal informations integrated within your product or business. As in return, you should be ethical in considering on how to protect their privacy rights, no, in technology development. Hindi yung basta-basta ka lang nagre-release ng data nila, hindi yung basta-basta ka lang nagdi-disclose ng data nila. You should be ethical in every aspect of your technopreneurship or in every aspect of your businesses and venture. Last one is balancing innovation with societal impact. Striking a balance between innovation and societal impact is a key consideration. Successful technopreneurs navigate the dual responsibility of driving innovation while being mindful of the broader consequences, aiming for solutions that positively impact society and minimize negative externalities. For example, pag gumawa ka ng laptops, computers, no? Dapat meron kang idea on how to recycle them, hindi yung basta-basta ka lang nagtatapon kung saan-saan ng electronics mo. Wala ka bang recycling programs para hindi naman maapektuhan yung environment. Same time, for example, si Elon Musk, no? Yung kanyang reusable rocket. Kapag ba sinabi mong reusable, dapat ba basta-basta na lang magla-land kung saan dyan yung rocket? Babagsak na lang sa tubig that could damage the lives underneath the sea, the ocean. That's balancing innovation and societal impact. Okay. Next one is technopreneurship failures and learnings. Okay. So here we have case studies of failed ventures, lessons learned, and the role of failure in innovation. Case studies. Examining case studies of failed technopreneurial ventures provides valuable insights into the challenges and pitfalls faced by entrepreneurs. So meron kasing mga website or yung failure or failed stories na failure kung saan nandun yung mga stories na mga failed entrepreneurs, failed ventures, no? So you can study them para maiwasan mo ang kanilang mga napagdaanan kung bakit sila nag-fail or nagka-problema. Next one is lessons learned from failures again. And with those stories, with those case studies, you can now adapt them para nang sa ganun, ikaw na nasa ganung area of expertise, and nasa ganung kalagayan na is maiwasan mo na yung ganung challenge or ma-overcome mo na yung possible pitfalls during your journey. Okay? Last is the role of failure in innovation. For example, meron kang venture. And may nakita kang story about that or case study about that na same kayo ng pinagdaraanan, pwede mong gawin, ito palang development ko na to is naging failure sa kanila. Why should not uh, uh, differ my approach in developing this product? Kung siya inalis niya yung ganitong portion, but hindi ko dagdagan? Di ba? So that's the role of failure in innovation. Kung nagkaroon ka siya ng failure sa ginawa niya sa product niya, ikaw dagdagan mo, i-innovate mo pa para nang sa ganun, malay mo, mas gumanda ang performance ng iyong company or ng iyong venture. Okay? So these are the future trends in technopreneurship: AI, automation, quantum computing, biotech and health tech, and sustainable and impactful innovations. Yung AI and automation, basically, as technology advances or as AI technology advances, technopreneurs will explore innovative applications, enhancing efficiency, decision making, and creating new possibilities across various industries. So, with the help of AI and the data within, mas mapapadali na ng mga startup founders yung innovation, yung application. It could help them enhance their efficiency and decision making. This could now create new possibilities across various fields or various industries. So that's the trend in technopreneurship, AI and automation. The next one is quantum computing. The advent of quantum computing represents a frontier in technopreneurship. So technopreneurs will delve into harnessing the immense computing power of quantum systems, potentially revolutionizing fields such as cryptography, automation, and complex problem solving. So magkatulong si quantum computing and artificial intelligence, no? Those are somehow correlated. The complex data that the AI is handling can be solved with quantum computing. The next one is biotech and health tech. The convergence of technology and biology opens new avenues to technopreneurs in biotech and health tech. Innovations in personalized medicine, genomics, and digital health solutions are expected to shape the future of healthcare and wellness. The last one is sustainable and impactful innovations. So, future technopreneurs will increasingly focus on sustainable, impactful innovations. The emphasis on environmental and societal responsibility will drive the development of solutions that addresses global challenges, contributing to a more sustainable and equitable future. So, let us now continue on the examples of successful entrepreneurs. Okay?
Who is Mark Zuckerberg? May 1984. Birthday. Mark Zuckerberg, born in White Plains, New York, is one of the 4 children and the only son of Karen and Edward Zuckerberg. His mother is a psychiatrist, while his father is a dentist. He developed an interest in computer programming at an early age. January 1985. Family. His 3 sisters are Rondi, Donna, and Ariel. They grew up in Dobbs Ferry, New York, in a Reformed Jewish household. He is a descendant of immigrants from Germany, Poland, and Austria. January 1998. First computer program. Mark Zuckerberg was really into computers when he was 12 years old. He built a message network for his father's dentist office called ZuckNet, which is considered to be a precursor of AOL's Instant Messenger. August 1999. Early school days. Zuckerberg was an exemplary student. He attended Ardsley High School before transferring to Phillips Exeter Academy in New Hampshire in his junior year. During his time there, he got fluent in French, Hebrew, Latin, and Ancient Greek and earned several prizes in science and classical studies. September 2002. Welcome to Harvard. Mark gets enrolled in Harvard for the class of 2006, pursuing degrees in psychology and computer science, and was a member of Alpha Epsilon Pi and Kirkland House. While he was there, he created a website called FaceMash, which allowed students to share and rate photos. It was shut down by the university, but it inspired him to create Facebook. February 2004. The Facebook is created. Mark developed the code for his new website. He launched the Facebook from his college dormitory with his college roommates. At first, their service was limited only to Harvard, but later Zuckerberg decided to expand it to other schools. March 2004. First lawsuit against Facebook. Facebook was sued by ConnectU founders Cameron Winklevoss, Tyler Winklevoss, and Divya Narenda, alleging that Zuckerberg had used their idea to create a competitive product. The case was eventually settled in 2008 after Facebook agreed to transfer over 1.2 million common Facebook shares and paid $20 million in cash. May 2004. Here I come, Silicon Valley. During his sophomore year, Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard and subsequently relocated to Silicon Valley to complete his Facebook project. He, Moskovitz, and some of their friends rented a house in Palo Alto, which became their office. January 2006. Facebook's mission. By now, they had already found several investors and moved their base of operations to an actual office. However, they repeatedly thwarted attempts by major corporations to purchase their fledgling company. As Zuckerberg later stated, the mission of Facebook is to make the world open. It was never about money.
Our mission is to make the world more open and connected.
February 2007, Mark joins Billionaire Club. At the age of 23, he became the world's youngest self-made billionaire. The same year, he launched Facebook Platform, an initiative that encourages third-party developers to create applications for Facebook. July 2010. Facebook fledgling. Zuckerberg announced that the number of active users on the app had reached 500 million. That year, he ranked first on Vanity Fair's list of top 100 most influential people of the information age. In October 2012, they reached the 1 billion user milestone. In June 2017, Zuckerberg reported that Facebook has garnered 2 billion users. May 2012. Zuckerberg gets married. Mark marries Priscilla Chan, whom he met at a Harvard fraternity party in 2003 in his backyard. They both knew each other since college and had 2 girls together, Maxima and August. August 2013. Project Internet.org. Facebook, with several other companies, launched a project called Internet.org to usher in better and more affordable access to selected internet services in underdeveloped and developing countries. February 2014. Facebook expanding horizons. By now, Facebook acquired the photo and video sharing social media platform Instagram in 2012. 2 years later, the company acquired the mobile messaging app WhatsApp. December 2015. Indulging in philanthropy. Zuckerberg and Chan set up Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, a limited liability company with the aim to advance human potential and promote equality in areas such as health, education, scientific research, and energy. January 2016. Atheist to believer. Raised Jewish, Zuckerberg once identified as an atheist, but has since revised his views. He said, "I was raised Jewish and then I went through a period where I questioned things, but now I believe religion is very important." June 2016. Pledge to humanity. Business Insider named Zuckerberg one of the top 10 business visionaries creating value for the world, along with Elon Musk and Sal Khan, due to the fact that he and his wife pledged to give away 99% of their wealth, which is estimated at $55 billion.
Having this child has made us think about all of the things that should be improved in the world for her whole generation. The only way that we reach our full human potential is if we're able to unlock the gifts of every person around the world.
We need to make sure that there are investments in programs that ensure that the future isn't going to be like today. The future is going to be better than today.
May 2017. Graduating Harvard. Several years after dropping out of Harvard, Zuckerberg received an honorary degree from the college at its 366th commencement ceremony. There he addressed,
Now I know, maybe you're thinking, I don't know how to build a dam. I don't know how to get 1 million people involved in anything. Well, let me tell you a secret. No one does when they begin. Ideas don't come out fully formed. They only become clear as you work on them. You just have to get started.
January 2019. Privacy-focused future. Zuckerberg laid plans to integrate an end-to-end encrypted system for 3 major social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp for consumers' privacy. January 2020. Looking at future. Zuckerberg currently serves as Facebook's chairman, CEO, and is the 5th richest person in the world with a wealth exceeding $100 billion. But he is now more focused towards technological innovations and helping the world. He says the road ahead looks more like helping small businesses and philanthropic efforts for the next generation.
An entrepreneurial culture thrives when it is easy to try lots of new ideas. Facebook wasn't the first thing I built. I also built chat systems and games, study tools and music players, and I'm not alone. J.K. Rowling got rejected 12 times before she finally wrote and published Harry Potter. Even Beyoncé had to make hundreds of songs to get Halo. The greatest successes come from having the freedom to fail.
Jack Ma is Asia's richest man and most recognizable business tycoon. He's the chairman of Alibaba, China's e-commerce giant and one of the 10 largest companies in the world, yet he still wants more.
We know where we're going. We want to be the 5th largest economy.
Big words from the man some call Asia's Jeff Bezos. He's confident, he's charismatic, and he's definitely not the average CEO. This is how a poor schoolteacher went from the classroom to being one of the most influential multi-billionaires in the world. Ma was born in China's southeastern city Hangzhou in 1964. His parents were traditional musician storytellers. As a teenager, he started to learn English from foreign tourists after China opened up in the late 1970s.
And then for 9 years, Jack Ma hung around outside the Hangzhou Hotel, which is now called the Shangri-La. He would get up at 5 a.m. to talk to travelers.
That's Bloomberg technology reporter Lulu Chen.
And I cover China Internet for Bloomberg.
Ma failed China's National University entrance exam twice before being admitted to local teachers' college. He graduated in 1988. He applied for 30 jobs and got rejected, including from the fast food giant KFC.
When KFC came to China, come to us, say, 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only one guy.
Then Ma got a job at a local university and taught English there for about 5 years, earning just $15 a month. On the side, he started a translation company with several friends. During a company trip to the US in 1995, Ma had his first encounter with the internet at a friend's place in Seattle.
I searched the first word, beer. I don't know why, because it's easy to spell, baby. And I see beers from Germany, beers from USA, beers from Japan, but there's no beer from China.
So he searched for the word China instead and still couldn't find anything. And that got him thinking. He wanted to build something that would put China on the world's map.
He started China Pages, a Yellow Pages-like website, but it didn't take off. Then Ma joined a government agency in Beijing to help set up a website. By 1999, the internet stock boom had gripped Wall Street, and back in his Hangzhou apartment, Ma decided to try again. With his wife and a group of friends, Ma raised $80,000 and set up Alibaba, a site that allowed businesses to sell stuff to each other.
人家美国人强就强它的硬件，强就强它的系统建设，这方面确实比我们早。但是玩信息玩软的，中国人的脑袋绝不比我们长。我们在座的所有的人的脑袋绝不比他们长。
By 2000, Alibaba had raised $25 million from investors, including Goldman Sachs and SoftBank.
He had no business plan and zero revenue, but his eyes was very strong eyes.
In 2003, Alibaba started Taobao, a platform for individual sellers to trade with each other, and publicly declared war against eBay, who had started to make a foray into China.
Jack Ma has this famous saying that Alibaba is a crocodile in the Yangtze River, whereas eBay is a shark in the ocean. And if they fight eBay in the ocean, then they'll lose. But if they fight them in the Yangtze River, then they have a home base advantage.
In 2007, just 1 year after it forced eBay out of China, Alibaba debuted its business-facing division on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. But it delisted 5 years later as its performance sagged. But in 2014, Alibaba raised $25 billion in the world's biggest IPO in New York.
Everybody should have a dream. What if that dream comes true?
After achieving dominance in the business of e-commerce in China, Alibaba has been building an internet empire worth $472 billion, with businesses in cloud computing, online video streaming, movie production, healthcare, sports, retail, and even news media.
Alibaba buying into South China Morning Post really raised eyebrows. This is the largest English newspaper in Hong Kong, and it shows that Jack Ma's ambitions weren't limited to e-commerce. He wanted to influence not just Chinese users, but also overseas users as well.
The US has criticized Alibaba for allowing companies to sell counterfeit and poorly made goods, but in China, it enjoys the favor of China's government. It's part of Ma's company philosophy.
In love with the government, but don't marry with them.
Jack Ma's an extremely fortunate man for jumping on the internet sector so early. Note that this is a person who has no coding skills at all. He's a natural showman and a gifted public speaker, and really able to convince others to believe in his vision.
Ma's vision of growing Alibaba to be the world's fifth largest economy faces strong competition at home and abroad. It will require more than just naked ambition and charisma, but Ma is great at getting himself in the right place at the right time. So far, it's served him well.
Who is Steve Jobs? February 24th, 1955. Birthday. Steve Jobs is born to Joanne Carol Scheibel and Abdul Fattah Jandali in San Francisco. He was soon given up for adoption, making Clara and Paul Jobs his adoptive parents. January 1st, 1970. Meets Steve Wozniak. This is the year when Steve Jobs met Steve Wozniak. They instantly became great friends, even though there was a 4-year age gap. April 1st, 1976. Apple Computer Company is founded. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne co-found Apple Computer Incorporated. The company had a record-setting public stock offering in 1981 and made the Fortune 500 list in 1983. June 5th, 1977. The Apple II computer is released. Steve Jobs' company releases the Apple II computer, which was the first available personal computer in a plastic case with color graphics. May 17th, 1978. Jobs' first daughter. Steve's ex-girlfriend, Chris Ann Brenna, gives birth to their daughter, Lisa. Steve refuses to acknowledge he is the father. September 12, 1985. Fired by Apple. The first Macintosh computers were underpowered and expensive, and they had few software applications, which was the cause of its bad sales. This was eventually fixed, but since Steve Jobs didn't correct the problem quickly, he was kicked out of his own company. He quickly created Next Inc., which specialized in workstation computers. February 3rd, 1986. Buys the future Pixar company. Steve Jobs buys the graphic group division of Lucasfilm for $10 million, improving it into the company we know of as Pixar Animation Studios. March 18th, 1991. Wedding. Steve Jobs marries Lauren Powell in a ceremony at the Ahwahnee Hotel in Yosemite National Park. Presiding over the wedding was Kobun Chino Otagawa, a Zen Buddhist monk. Their son, Reed, was born September 1991, meaning they were pregnant before the wedding, followed by daughters Erin in 1995 and Eve in 1998. November 29, 1995. Becomes Pixar's president. Steve Jobs became Pixar's president and CEO, and the company released Toy Story. The film earned $192 million at the box office, making it the first full-length feature film to be completely computer animated. December 10th, 1996. Apple buys back Steve Jobs. Apple endured huge financial losses due to the inability to improve their operating system, OS. They bought Next for $429 million for their OS called Next Step. Steve Jobs was hired as an advisor. July 9th, 1997, becomes Apple's CEO. Apple's previous CEO, Gilbert Amelio, struggled with the company's finances, which led to Apple's board of directors hiring Steve Jobs back. October 23, 2001. Say hello to iPod. After an 8-month crash development program, Steve Jobs unveils iPod at a small media event on the company's campus. He has no idea how it will transform Apple. April 28, 2003. Apple opens iTunes Store. Apple opens the iTunes Music Store and starts to revolutionize the music recording industry, one song at a time. At a time when getting music online mostly means illegal downloads from pirate services like Napster, iTunes quickly proved that customers would pay for songs, changing the music industry forever. August 1st, 2004. Pancreatic surgery. Steve Jobs undergoes surgery to remove a cancerous tumor in his pancreas, a problem that would eventually prove to be fatal for him. June 12, 2005. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Steve Jobs makes a memorable commencement speech at Stanford University. History will remember its closing remarks. Steve's advice to the young students: stay hungry, stay foolish. A quote from the last page of the Whole Earth catalog from his youth.
Stay hungry, stay foolish. It was their farewell message as they signed off. Stay hungry, stay foolish. And I have always wished that for myself. And now, as you graduate to begin anew, I wish that for you. Stay hungry, stay foolish.
January 25, 2006. Sells Pixar to Disney. For $7.4 billion, Disney buys Pixar from Steve Jobs, as he joins Disney's board as its top shareholder. As of March 2011, Jobs owns 138 million shares of Disney, an estimated 7.29% of the company. January 9, 2007. Welcome to iPhone. In his most memorable keynote presentation ever at Macworld 2007, Steve Jobs introduces iPhone and its revolutionary touchscreen interface. He also introduces Apple TV and announces the company's name change from Apple Computer Inc. to Apple Inc. to better reflect its nature. January 27, 2010. iPad is created. Apple released and sold 500,000 iPads during the first week on the market, which quickly became a very popular tablet, gaining 84% of the tablet market by the end of the year. August 24, 2011. Retires and becomes Apple's chairman. This was Steve Jobs' last day being in complete charge of Apple Inc., before he took a less influential role as a chairman of the board. October 5, 2011. Steve Jobs dies of pancreatic cancer. Jobs died in Palo Alto on October 5, 2011, after battling pancreatic cancer for nearly a decade. He was 56 years old. In a eulogy for Jobs, sister Mona Simpson wrote that just before dying, Jobs looked for a long time at his sister, Patty, then his wife and children, then passed them, and said his last words, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow."
No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart.